Hi, this is Dima Brook from XP.NETWORK, and today we're going to speak about multiple accounts on VeChain and accessing its assets and NFTs. And I'll explain to you why this might be necessary. So as you can see, one mnemonic allows users to create multiple accounts by simply going here. We can click New Address, and then we see that we have more accounts generated using the same mnemonics. As you can see, these accounts are now empty. They don't have VET or VTHO, but it's easy to fix that. We can just go to VeChain faucet. We can connect it to the wallet. And here, we just have to select between the wallets that we created. And for example, let's select this wallet, sign it. And there we go. This wallet is going to have some tokens now. Let's see. Okay, we have to wait for the faucet a little bit. And eventually we received both VETs and VTHO on this wallet. Here it is. Okay, I missed number 4, but you got the point. This is how it works. Now the question is, how do we get access to all those wallets here? And how can we, for example, send NFTs from wallet number 5? And this is what this video is going to be about. So I've created an empty project. I already placed tsconfig here because I hate populating this file. So let's start a project from scratch. I like starting my projects like this. And here we have a package.json. For this package.json, we'll totally need some dependencies, again, to avoid typing. I'll just bring them from another project and run yarn. So what are we doing here? Because we're going to work with an env file, I'm importing the .env library. And of course, in order to interact with the bridge, to be able to send those NFTs, I'm importing XP.NETWORK library, namely its latest version, which is called the Bleeding Edge. Okay, and as it's getting installed, we are going to create more folders and files. Let's create a folder called MSRC. And here in this folder, we'll also create a file called config. In this file, we will just create all the necessary configuration for us to be able to interact with VeChain and with our accounts. Also, we will create a file called, we'll call it Derive, like so. In this file, we will derive those accounts from the mnemonic that we had, and actually get access to each of these wallets. So the first thing we also going to have here is we are going to need an env file, like so. And let's create a key value pair here with a mnemonic. Okay, like this. So it's going to be a string of words separated with spaces. How can we get this mnemonic? We can click backup. Okay, this is a testnet account, so you will now see the mnemonic of this account, and you will see the private keys of this account, but I'm not using it anywhere on the mainnet, so it's okay. Okay, and it asks us to authenticate. And there we go. Okay, so here we can see the mnemonic of this account. So because I already have it copied, I won't waste your time watching me type, but we're going to do it like this. Okay, so here is the mnemonic of this account, and we're going to use it to generate the private keys of each key value pair in this wallet. This is how we are going to do it. So let's go to the file called Derive. And here we will do this. First, of course, because we're going to work with an env file, let's import config from .env, .env, and we will immediately call this config like so. Okay, the next thing we're going to need is HD node. We're going to use it exactly to derive private keys from the mnemonic, and we're going to import it from Thor devkit. This is a library provided by VeChain, which allows us to interact with its accounts. And we're going to, okay, I'm also going to create something here. Let's do export network. And we will have it mainnet. And this like so. So let's import network from config like so. Okay, so now we are good to start this derive function. Just in case we're going to use it elsewhere, we can export it like this. It's not going to be asynchronous, so we don't have to do this. And here we can set the network. We can make it an optional parameter of type network. Okay, let's make it into an arrow function. Let's do this. Let mnemonic of type string array. String array. And let's do this. So if our network equals network mainnet, then we're going to take the mainnet mnemonic. Let's call it testnet. Let's call it testnet mnemonic. And we could also optionally have a mainnet mnemonic. Right now it's going to be nothing. But in case we're going to use it for the testnet and mainnet, it's going to be like this. So if network is mainnet, then we're going to set the mnemonic to process env, and let's copy it exactly like this, like so. And because we're not sure that it's going to come, okay, mnemonic. Okay, and because we need an array of strings, and here, as you can see, we have it space separated, so we can just split it using the spaces. Okay, else. So else will act in case nothing is provided here, because this parameter is optional. We'll just set this mnemonic to our testnet configuration, like this. All right, so now we are ready to work both with the mainnet and testnet. And let's do this. So let's see how many accounts we have. Okay, we already got this, so let's go back. And you see that we have 9 accounts generated from this mnemonic here in Sync to Wallet. So let's actually do the same in our code. So let's say for const x of, and here we will write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, actually, because we have 9 wallets, 8 will be enough. Okay, so we've just created a loop over the wallets, and let's say this const equals. So SK stands for secret key, because private key and public key both start with the letter P. So whenever people write key value pairs, or for example, write something in env, it's a custom to write SK for secret key and PK for public key, not to confuse those. So here we will write SK for secret key, and here's how we're gonna generate it. So each node from mnemonic, okay, and here we will provide the mnemonic that we just received from our env file. But that's not it. We have to do something about it, right? So let's record it maybe in the terminal for us to be able to quickly add it to the env file. And let's do it like this. So first, let's create a comment. Comments begin with a hash sign in the env file, and then we can do this. So x plus 1 will be the number of the wallet that we are interacting with. And then it would be nice to have this wallet's public key for us to understand which one we are dealing with, so that we can quickly compare it with the wallet that we are observing here. So we can do it like this. We can take the secret key, and then we can tell it to derive like this, derive x, and then address. Okay, I think I haven't closed the bracket here. Okay, now we're good. Okay, and the next line, we're going to write the secret key itself. Again, let's create a string that we can add, where we can populate our variables. And let's do this. Because we're dealing now with, okay, also let's do this. Let's create a let name as string. Okay, so if we're dealing with mainnet, the name will be mainnet sk. Okay, otherwise, let's do it like this, and it will be testnet sk. Now let's populate this thing with the name. So here it will be the name of our key, like this. And then let's add the number. Okay, let's add underscore, and we will add the number. It will be x plus 1. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so here say equals, and we will derive the key like so. Again, secret key, derive. Then we're going to need which one we're working with. And here we're going to get the private key, like so. And then we're going to need it converted to string, like this. And also we have to specify that it's going to be hex encoded, like this. Okay, seems like we are pretty much ready to start, but let's also do this. This file is called Derive, right? And nothing will happen here unless we call this function. We can explicitly say that the network is testnet, like so. And let's create a script here, like this. Let's call it Derive, like this. And because we're writing everything in TypeScript and we want to convert it to JavaScript, let's call TSC for TypeScript, and then run the file that we just created. Okay, because everything will be placed in the dist folder, all the generated JavaScript files. So we will look for them there, dist, and then it will be called Derive JavaScript. Okay, so let's now call this and yarn Derive. And what we are expecting to see is this. When we copy this and put it to our environment variables, this is how it's going to look. So this is wallet number 1. Let's see that it ends with 5523, and this is its private key, which is called testnet secret key number 1. And let's compare it to 5523. So this is number 1. Let's just cross-check with some more options like ABB0 to A. Let's see, it's ABB0 to A, and so on. Let's just check the last one. It's D1B54, and it's D1B54. Okay, so here you can see that we have successfully generated all the keys, and we can access each of those wallets from our code. In order not to make this video super long, let's cut it here, and I will show you how to mint NFTs and how to transfer them to the other chains in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. Bye.